I loved the kind of mystery and intrigue around the main character and what her motives were. Um, I liked getting to kind of see the messages on the screen rather than having to, I guess, hear about it from the character themselves or through a phone call. I think it was just like a nice way of storytelling of just like letting us kind of read it ourselves. Um, that scene in the desert with the trucks, I mean, the tension was just so high. It was a really, really good scene. And then realizing, oh my goodness, it's this girl I know from high school, and them kind of putting the pieces together, commiserating and connecting, and then forming this partnership kind of at the end where the other woman gets to confront her husband, and it kind of ends in a really nicely tied little package with a bow. And I like that choice too of, do I go left to Los Angeles or do I go right to Salt Lake City, and the determination on her face as she chooses her next adventure. um, it was really, really lovely. I thought it was well done. The acting was great. The storytelling was wonderful. And the production value was awesome. I really, really enjoyed the desert scene, that it was just all at night and you could see the bright lights of the truck and everything like that.
With a lot of heart and emotion. It really all centers on the performance of the female protagonist, and she really delivers with great skill, tact, and understated emotion. The driving sequences, sans dialogue, are able to tell us so much about her emotional state without having to have a word spoken. And I think that speaks a lot to both the skill and talent of the filmmakers as well as of the performers themselves.
It was one that kind of was the bonds of sisterhood over cheating men. Even though one planned on cheating with her husband, it just kind of figured it out what to do next. It was really, really unexpected, because Neil's wife would have been very within her rights to beat the crap out of her. Maybe not kill her, nobody has that right, but show it. And really it shows we should be mad at the men who do this, not so much the other women, because they might be just as much victims as we are. But this film really was complex in its thought. It was one of those things that will stick with you, and was actually very thought-provoking and a great piece of art.
Very compelling short film. The main character that just goes through a highway in the desert, but then there's a truck behind following her, and while she's trying to reach to her lover, we find out that the other truck driver keep following and following. The tension arises, and boom, and then we have the shocking discovery, and we finally find out who's the truck driver and why is this person connected to the main character. I think it was very well done. Easy, short, just two characters, just a lonely road, a lot of tension from start to finish.
This has great music. This super cool car chase with a super cool car, and the night scenery where you have this highway in the middle of nowhere. Then you have this fight over a man that's apparently trivial and totally unsurprising, but then they make it turn into a great lesson on sisterhood. I like the script a lot and the realism of the whole thing. The story, the fighting, the chasing and stalking.
Cool car, awesome. It definitely has a very kind of neo-Western noir kind of feel to it, which I really, really like. The actresses, the main characters, did a really good job. I do like how it kind of twists around, because you kind of, first you expect it to be something about an affair, and then you expect that it's going to be somebody gets revenge on the other one, but instead the women come together and talk about it, and everything kind of gets settled reasonably, which is nice to see. It's a nice thing to carry in life, to to see about, see people just, working things out reasonably.
They really kind of captured the betrayal and hurt well. And then I think they did something really good with it where, they're in the middle of this fight. They're in the middle of this like really intense moment, obviously. And they have this like shocking moment of recognition. And they actually use that to break the anger, to break the rage, to break the emotion of the moment, and kind of take a step back and evaluate the entire picture. Instead, she was like, I didn't know he was married. I'm sorry. And like they had this moment of connection that, obviously they had some sort of connection before when they were younger, but they had this moment where they really just talked about their relationships. And I thought that was really well done. I really liked that. And you could kind of see where that was a new jumping off point from both of them, headed in different directions, of course, but you could kind of see how that was a defining, really impactful, changing moment